Hi everyone, Liz here from Gather No Moss, and I hope you're all having a great day. Today I wanted to just take a little bit of time to talk to you about a problem that I think is occurring in Spain, and it's good for people to be aware of it. So we've headed it the Sea of Plastic. Now you might remember towards the end of last year there was some news coming through that Almeria in particular, which is about an hour and a half's drive from where we live, it was described as the Sea of Plastic because of all the greenhouses and the tomatoes they were growing and other salad produce and vegetables that they were growing in that area. And the thing that was actually massively highlighted is that the International Space Station said that they could actually, it was the largest man-made obstacle that they could see from the International Space Station, greater than the Great Wall of China really, and also that the light that's being reflected from that area, you'll be able to see in some of the pictures that I'm going to put up, was really quite tremendous. And in fact it was producing the radiation that was coming off that area was producing a cooling effect in the whole of that Almeria province there. Now we've been going out to some beaches. It's the start of this season so far down here in southwest Spain, and we've been going off to some beaches, and our particular favourite beaches are to the west of Madron. So they're beaches like Percheles, Cal Negre, all of those sorts of beaches, Parazuelos. I've done some different videos on those places. But what we did is we stuck a drone up this time. So we had a look at the beach and it was all lovely. And then we stuck a drone up to have a look at what was going on behind the beach, because we'd spotted as we drove down that there was an increase in the number of greenhouses. And I just felt I'd like to know how many extra greenhouses were going up. So we've got some drone footage which we'd like to show you, and show you the extent to which the greenhouses are spreading in our area as well. And there's all sorts of consequences to that. So I just thought I'd show you this drone footage, let you have a little look at that, and see what we're talking about really, and then discuss some of the things that we're thinking about. I don't want to cause any trouble. I'm not trying to cause arguments or anything, but it's just for people to know really, and to know what is actually going on behind the scenes in some of these more remote areas. So we've come down today to Percheles Beach. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's still really nice and warm. And I wanted to show you what's going on just to the back of Percheles Beach, but just look at the beauty of this beach. We have got the whole beach to ourselves today, and it really is one of the most beautiful beaches. Really pretty, tree lined. I've done a different vlog from here before. That's our little encampment there. We're all set up and there's nobody else on this beach. We've got a deserted beach just to ourselves. But what I really want to show you is what's going on behind the scenes and in the fields just behind this beach. And one of the main things that we absolutely love about living around this area is fresh fruit and vegetables. We feel that we eat a lot healthier now we live here. It's very easy access to fruit and vegetables, and the prices are very, very low. But obviously with that benefit there does come a disadvantage as well. And this area does seem to be expanding, so it's not a massively touristy area. A lot of the Spanish come down from Madrid and from Murcia during their holiday seasons, which is probably more July and August, or when they have their festivals. But we also feel that this area is sort of lacking in some ways for tourism, but that was one of the reasons we loved this area and wanted to come and live here. But the downside of that is they've obviously got to make their money in other ways, and they're making it with agriculture. We've also got fields full of solar panels, we've got wind farms in the higher areas. So, but farming and particularly fruit and veg farming is a big money earner in this area. I mean, as an example, and to show you the scale of what we're talking about, in Almeria, the produce there, they actually sell between 2.5 and 3.5 million tons of fruit and veg in a year from the Almeria region. Now, we're not in the Almeria region, we're in Costa Calida, near the Maderon area within Murcia, but we're only an hour and a half from Almeria, so we get the same climate, and it seems that the farmers actually are finding a great way of making their money. It's good in lots and lots of ways, obviously because of the produce that we get, because of the work that it gives. It offers work. We get a lot of people coming over from Morocco to work in the fields or to work in the greenhouses, so they're getting a benefit and able to come and work over here. It's bringing wealth to this area, but on the downside, what you do see discarded greenhouse material, lots and lots of plastic. Now, I was watching a programme with Simon Reeve that's probably been out for maybe a couple of years now. He was looking at Almeria in particular, but he was showing that how the plastic that they just discard, they seem to just leave it in piles, which I've taken some photographs of. But it works its way down into the soil, and eventually it ends up in the water system, and it degrades, and you get little pieces of plastic that's affecting our fish, our food, the water. And when we get the rains like we've had this winter, that's obviously going to carry more and more of this plastic rubbish into the sea and into the waterways, and it really isn't good for the environment. So although we certainly do want the fruit and veg, we benefit from it, not just us, the whole of Europe and the UK benefit from this area growing all of this food and this lovely fresh food. It's just a worry really that are all of the precautions being taken to make sure that we're preserving the land for the future. So again, I'll show you some piles of plastic that we saw that was just blatantly there, all dumped. And you can see the extent to which the greenhouses are growing up. So I hope it's been useful having a little bird's eye view of what's going on behind the beaches at Percheles and Carnegre in those areas. I'd be really happy to hear people's points of view. I'm not wanting to get into some big political discussion here, but it's just interesting to know what's happening. Are we enjoying the prices, but are we also risking what's going on environmentally? So any comments I would really appreciate and enjoy to read those. And I hope this has been useful for you. And just enjoy our little drive-by and show you some of the things that you see on your way down to the beach as a little finisher. Thanks very much, and please subscribe and like. Thank you.